is a big part of my life. I play songs with my family, with my friends, by myself. I make friends with musicians and I go to hear them play. I write cute love songs for girls who live far enough away that I can keep those songs a secret. I play music at the funerals of my loved ones. And sometimes, when I'm walking home, I sing at the top of my lungs to lift my spirit or let some of my soul out to breathe for a bit. Ow! When I move through the world, I do it with music. There was a golden time for that in my life, for moving through the world with music, and that was at the end of high school. The conditions were perfect. I had mastered the art of making mixed CDs, and I'd finally gotten my driver's license. I drove everywhere. I drove to work. I drove to parties. I drove to the houses of my friends and family. I drove to the bay to watch the sunset. I drove everywhere. Always with a couple of mixed CDs in the car. CDs full of songs that I could sing along with, that would get me drumming on the steering wheel. Songs that would reinforce a good mood, soften a dark one, or lift me between them. Eventually my friends started to move away to school, and I took any excuse I could find for a road trip to one of the university towns nearby. I'd find somewhere where there was a couch I could crash on and someone I could stay with. Maybe a friend, maybe a lover, maybe someone I was trying to make change categories. Mixed CDs were a necessity for those people. You can't drive for 4 or 8 hours across southern Ontario without a good selection of music to break up the highway. Sometimes when I was passing through small towns, when the speed limits dropped off and I found myself stopped at stop signs and red lights surrounded by small town life, I'd look out the window and I'd see someone walking. And after watching them for a few seconds, every once in a while, I'd realize that that pedestrian was moving with exactly the same rhythm as my music. The speed of the steps, the swing of the arms, everything in perfect time. Those are some of the first moments of connection, real connection, that I felt with total strangers. We were moving with the same style, with the same rhythm through the world, starting from different places, headed to different destinations, but sharing something, if only for a few seconds. I found that at various times in my life. A few moments of connection with someone else where we find ourselves together suddenly, with some part of ourselves synchronized. I think that that's how I found all of my friends and all of my lovers. By looking around and realizing that there are people where I am, that we have something in common and we can share that for however long. Now, when I say it like that, it sounds temporary. But that's the beautiful thing about a rhythm, about a beat. The silence after one implies the next. I've had a lot of really good times with people that I love dearly. I'm far away from a lot of them now. Our lives don't have each other in them as often as I'd like, and the time between visits is longer. But the coming together is still the same. It's just another beat. Music is a big part of my life. And when I think about it like this, I realize that's because it connects me to the places and the people that are a big part of me.